Hello and welcome to American Talkin' Footy. Seriously, should I do the show like that? Was that good? Was that a solid start? The Americans are like, no, that was fucking terrible. So, look, here's what happened yesterday. At the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City fell for the first time at home this season, and they were shut out for the first time in 61 games against Chelsea Football Club. Now, what I love, I'm not going to break it down from a fucking tactical point or anything like that. I'm going to give you my notes, and then I'm going to read your notes, as you guys always do, lovingly so, chiming in on Twitter. Here's what I saw. And firstly, I play, and I know this doesn't relate at all, I try to remain as objective as possible. I know a lot of people hate Chelsea. I am not a Chelsea fan, but what I love about them, and the reason I play with them on FIFA 14, is because I love their midfield. I love that they have Willian on the wing, and they have Eden Hazard playing that sort of center attacking mid role, and they have Ramires in a defensive-minded midfield role. And even though people have been criticizing the role that David Luiz has been playing, the Brazilian, having him on my FIFA 14 team playing the CDM role is also pretty solid. But how that transcended into the game yesterday, I am in love with the talent in their midfield. And of course, Oscar didn't even play the entire match. He was subbed in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And then they didn't even play, without a striker and a forward for the last 10 to 15 minutes. So here is what I saw. Their counterattacking was absolutely brilliant. They had, it seemed like, the majority of the chances in the match, though they did drop into a major defensive role, a defensive mindset in those last 8 minutes or so. The reason City lost is obvious, and it doesn't need to be stated more than this. They don't have their great goal scorer in Sergio Aguero, and they also do not have Fernandinho holding it down in the midfield. So you see Yaya Toure going way back in the defensive third, and then he goes way in front in the offensive third. He was roaming around like crazy. I actually felt bad for him. You're not going to win with Martin Di Michaelis, a.k.a. Zorro, in his past life, possibly playing that holding midfield role. Look, Chelsea are a fantastic bunch. Yeah, they've dropped some bad games. They've tied in some worse games. But they looked so good. Not that City didn't have their chances. But when the net was open, Eto'o missing and hitting the post and it going off. I mean, they had a bundle of chances. Both teams did. But Chelsea, with the way that Eden Hazard is playing... By the way, a lot of people say that I look like Eden Hazard. No. Just because we're white and we have skinny faces and short hair doesn't mean that we look alike. But what I love about Eden Hazard is, look, he's not the biggest guy on the pitch. We all know that. But the way that he uses his body to protect the ball, to gain possession over bigger guys in the defensive third for Manchester City and just bigger defenders overall, it is really a sight to behold. So I'm impressed. As much as I'm not as disappointed, but I'm not impressed, obviously, with City. Had their chances, just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Sometimes that's how the ball bounces on certain days in sports. So a few statistics, by the way. 115 goals in all competitions for Manchester City. That's incredible. In the Premier League race, which is now wide the fuck open, Arsenal leads with 55. Chelsea and Manchester City with 52. This weekend, Arsenal against Liverpool. What do you guys think about that match? Thoughts in the comments section. So now I asked all of you guys to chime in on Twitter what exactly your thoughts were. Here are those. Klimza Dro, TYTSports. Mourinho still got it. It's audacious to assume Wenger is tactically better. And then he puts in a sigh at the end for some reason. Mr. Buckets, Lefty B, TYTSports. Mourinho disabled Manchester City and turned the Premier League into a 3-horse race. Best tactician in the game, in my opinion. Go Blues. So we know where you stand and who your fanship allies with. Full-Time Devils, great YouTube channel. After this video, of course, check out their YouTube channel, youtube.com/fulltimedevils. They tweet at me to get on the show. Tactical masterclass for Mourinho, using attacking players to press from the front, but are City over-reliant on missing stars? In my opinion, yes. Moving right along, Sam Calvert Schultz. Tweets at Strom, 65% possession, 24 shots, and only 3 on goal for City. They just couldn't find the back of the net on this in this one. No concerns. Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes it's how it happens in sports. Othman Talbi says huge performance by Hazard and Willian, who also did an excellent pressing and defensive work, plus Mourinho for the win. Well, technically they got the win. Adrian Saldana tweets at Strom, embarrassing for Manchester City. If they cannot beat Chelsea, then they cannot win the league. Now it's anyone's league. Yeah, I completely agree. It's wide open. Brandon Yu tweets at Strom, well played by Chelsea with their flawless counter-attacking play. Manchester City were totally outplayed. Hashtag the special one. Zaid Agad tweets at Strom, I think Chelsea's win was well deserved. They could have even got a few more goals if it weren't for some bad luck. EPL is fun. Yeah, it is fun, man. It's really fun. So that is all the tweets that you guys sent in. I'd love to see more from time and time again. And also do me a favor, leave a thought in the comments section below on what you thought about this match and the Premier League going forward. And click up here, subscribe to TYT Sports. It is 1000% free.